Everyone, we are going to be working on the area and circumference review. So make sure you have a formula chart in front of you. So we'll move this a little bit here at the top. Okay, so main thing, guys, when working with circles, make sure every time you label it, this is diameter, this is radius, just make sure so you know what you have, okay? With circumference, it doesn't matter, like there's a formula for both, okay? So for circumference, right here, this is circumference because it's C equals 2 pi r or C equals pi d. So with this one, I would say C equals pi d. For this one, I would say C equals 2 pi r. Then, guys, all I have to do is plug it in. And this one, 3.14 times 7.4. Now, what I will tell you is after you multiply on this one, you're going to do it. But when you're done, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have to move that decimal in 3 times. Don't line it up when you're multiplying or dividing. You only multiply when you are adding or subtracting. Okay? So on the next one, 2 times pi, 3.14 times 18. I don't care what order you multiply it in, just get it multiplied. Okay? When we get to area, it's a little different where there's one formula. Okay? So this one is D for diameter. This one is R for radius. And I have to use area of a circle. Area A equals pi r squared. Okay? So that makes me remember that right here, I have to make sure I use the radius. This is so important. Please make sure you're checking this each time. So the radius is 8. So I would do 3.14 times 8 and then square it. So remember that means 8 times 8, which is 64. And then I'm going to let you do this one alone. This one, they're given the radius, okay? Now this one, I'm not sure why this number did not show up in here, but that's fine. We are going to be doing area of each shape. So this distance here from head to toe, basically, is 14 inches, okay? These are composite figures. So your job is to break them into simpler shapes. I have a triangle and I have a rectangle. So the rectangle's easy enough. The rectangle, base, and height, or however you want to do it. Okay, 10, 4. Okay, so you write your formula. And then for the triangle, this is where it's a little trickier. Okay, so this distance, this 4 goes right here. This purple line here, or whatever color you're seeing, I'm seeing purple here, that is 4. Okay, but these little pieces here are 1.5. Okay, so really I have to add 1.5, 4, and 1.5. So hopefully you know 1.5 and 1.5. Hopefully you know that's 3. Okay, but then I have to do 3 plus the 4 to give me the entire base, which is 7. So that's going to go right here. This whole length is 7. Okay. Then the other piece that I have here is I need to find this from here to here. Okay, so remember from here to here is 14. Here to here is 14. From here to here is 10. So 10 plus what is 14? And hopefully you know that's 4. So put your formula, and I want you to solve those 2 areas. Once you're done, of course, hopefully you know you're going to add them. I don't have a missing piece. I have 2 shapes pushed together. We have done these so many times, okay? Again, I have a rectangle with a 12 and a 19. I have a semicircle, okay? So this is 12, therefore this is 12, but that is the diameter, okay? As you remember, when we're doing area of a circle, it's A equals pi r squared, so I need the radius. So what's the radius of this? What's the radius of the semicircle if the diameter is 12? And hopefully you know the radius would be 6. Because that's half, right? Half of the diameter, okay? Okay, you need to multiply that out. And don't forget, guys, I'm going to put it over here to the side. You have to divide this by 2. This gives you the formula. That is the formula for the entire circle. We only have half a circle, okay? Now, what I will tell you is whatever you get here, that's going to help you with number 4 because 4 has a diameter of 12. Look here, we have a diameter of 12, okay? Okay, so remember, find the full circle, use it here, divide by 2 for this one because it's half, and then add it to whatever you get for the rectangle. Okay. So on this one, we can use the circle that you got on the problem above, okay? So you can write down the formula here, okay, for the circle. Write that there, okay? Now, what we also need to do in this is find the entire square. It's a little confusing because I don't see any sides, but notice from here to here is 12. They're all the same size, so from here to here is 12, from here to here is 12, so that's 12 for my base, and you'll also have 12 for your height, okay? So hopefully you know you're going to find that area, and then you have to subtract off these circles. How many circles? You would subtract off 4 circles. So whatever you get for your area, you need to do times 4. For the circle before you subtract because you have a missing piece, okay? Missing pieces require you to subtract. Okay, number 6, what is the area of the shaded region? This is going to be a fun one here. So what we're going to do is assume this is touching. To me it looks like there's a little space here, but that's okay. So we'll say from here to here is 3, and from here to here is 13. So then how much is this side? And hopefully you know that that side would be 16. Okay, now one thing I didn't think about, at least I don't, oh there it is, step right up here, 21. I didn't see that. Good, glad that's there. So that helps you find the area of the entire rectangle. Then you'll need to, again, find the area of the triangle. And I'm only going to put in the numbers that I know, which would be 13 and 21. Okay? Those are the only ones that I need. So you will have a decimal. Because I can't take half of either one of these, like they're not even. Okay? I can take half, but it will give me a decimal. Okay? And because that triangle is the missing piece, you will subtract it. Okay, let's look at 7. 7's a good one. What is the area of the composite shape? Well, in this case, I have a semicircle. We already did one like this, right? Remember, the diameter is 14. Then I have a trapezoid. We haven't done very many trapezoids. Okay, I need 10, 18, 14. Okay, So these, I'm going to tell you, that's your base. And if it doesn't matter, this can be B1, B2, it doesn't matter. Just these are B1 and B2 that you will be adding, okay? When you do your formula, okay? Very similar to a triangle, but you add your bases first. And the last one we're going to go over is number 8. The circumference of a circle is c centimeters. The diameter is 13 centimeters. Which expression best represents the value of pi? So remember, pi is what we calculated when we did our Skittles lab or the M&M's lab. So if you were here the day we did that, you should remember that first we started by putting the Skittles where? That was on the outside of the circle, which is the circumference. Then we put the Skittles where? We put it on the diameter of the circle, which in this case is 13. And whenever we divided, because that's what we did, we divided those, we got a number about 3, which represented pi. So we need one of these that chooses that is that. So that one is, oops, sorry. This one could be right because it's C. C is on the wrong spot. This one could be right. C is on the wrong spot. Okay? So, well, the diameter is 13, so that means 13 should go on bottom. Well, that is H. Okay? That's H. So you will do number 9 alone.